Uranus in the first house, Pluto on my ascendant. Can't make this stuff up. Hello, everyone. So I lit rosemary, which I always do, and eucalyptus for my Pisces in my meditation, which I always do prior to going live to make sure I'm connected. It's always important for me for this never to be about like, how many views will I get? It's always about like, make sure you're connected. Hello, hello, hello. And so I was really late because it immediately was like an inferno. I almost took a picture of it because I was like, it reminded me actually of Corey, who's in the chat right now, where one time I was like, I feel the need to like just cleanse energy. And I lit that same, you know, I get bundles of like rosemary, eucalyptus. I have lit that same bundle a million times, but I asked to have like any negative energy that my Pisces community is absorbing by accident, you know, or thinking it's theirs to carry, if that could be cleaned out for them. And 0 to 60, I had an inferno. And I thought, okay, let me wait until, you know, the flames actually go down to start. So I was just saying, hi, I'm late because I wanted to make sure we started safely, and bam, the alarm that you all heard went off. My kids are running downstairs. I'm yelling like, everything's okay. We're okay. Mommy is clearing energy. Actual emergency that they will know that it's not just mommy clearing somebody's energy. So Pisces energies, Pisces moon, Pisces sun. Yeah, if anybody remembers, that went, that was crazy. So Connie Joe keeps trying to call me and I'm trying to decline because I'm live. So I'm sorry if it's breaking up. You know, it's been everything to get to this Pisces reading. I can only imagine what is going to come out during it. Because between my health before I went away, my health after I came back, and, you know, small infernos, we've had we've had lots of obstacles, evidently even my being able to articulate myself. We've had lots of obstacles to get this reading to you. So I am sure that it contains big messages. And hi, Anna and Juan and Phil and Corey and Betty and Dolly. I hope I'm not missing. And Annika, of course. I hope I didn't scare anyone. You know, you would think that I have a ton of Taurus in my chart for how much I'm always talking about food. I do have a second house Jupiter, though. Also ruled by Venus. So we're going to get into Pisces, what it looks like for the next 3 months. And like, I was like, there can be no more distractions. So I'm just going to go on with my hair wet. I was in the tub for Meredith Live. And I just thought like, Pisces doesn't care if I look like Gollum with my hair wet. It's just time. And then the eucalyptus went in fuego. I'm very interesting for what this reading has for all of you, my Pisces. Okay. And also, if you're not Pisces, but you're here, I'm sure there's some kind of message. I'm constantly getting channeled messages and channeled songs for whoever's either in my community live or I know sometimes it's for replay viewers. I can just tell. Okay, so let's get started. So what I look at, if you have never been, it looks like for any replay viewers or any people that come into the chat later, if you have not seen one of my full readings on my channel, what we do is we create like a 9-card layout, and I'm looking at your energy, past, present, future. I'm looking at others energy, past, present, future. And other is whatever other energy is most affecting your energy right now. What energy is in your space, what energy is affecting your life on the day-to-day, your thoughts, how you're sleeping, your mood, all of that. And then there's the alchemaic center row, which is the alchemy, because often, especially if you're coming for a tarot reading, there may not be great communication, and you're trying to, even if there is some communication, you might feel like, I can't ask that. It's too early to see if they like me as much as I like them, or you just feel like they have such a privacy wall up that you can't ask something. Often we're not responding to what that actual person's energy is, but the energy that they give off, the energy they want to give off, the energy that their actions give off. So I think that alchemaic past, present, future is so important, because I believe that's actually what, because every person is like a reflection, right, of us and of our actions and of their actions. So I feel like a lot of times we're actually reacting to that middle, alchemy that both of the actions and also what we hold back creates. I had my only Taurus boyfriend, and we used to tease each other because you know how you can see the bubbles moving? You can see the dots moving when you're communicating. And whenever we could see like the dots moving and then stop, and then we would say to each other, no editing, because we were old and we wanted to not be in a position where we didn't know what the other one was actually thinking. Politeness sometimes comes in the form of miscommunication. But if you're on my channel, you probably know how I feel about politeness. All right. Let's get this going for Pisces. Did you all watch Meredith's February transit video? If you didn't, it was interesting. I definitely really concur, but I think it should not just be Valentine's Day, where she was saying buy yourself, make your own Valentine's Day, celebrate yourself. I think that should be all the time. Because we can get, that is interesting, Pisces, we can get caught up in how we feel, like I said, the reflection of, and especially Pisces, of are we worth somebody else's buying us flowers, or making a big deal, or making all the big romantic overtures, or even having a Valentine. And you'll hear me say that failure is not what's in your way of happiness and peace. It is fear. And the other thing that's in the way of that is a very good, solid sense of self-esteem. And we can lose that self-esteem when we're only allowing ourselves to feel good about ourselves if it's validated by another person. I know there are people who probably think that's like, why bother going live with your wet, stringy hair? Hi, Renata. But like, I'm a conduit for messages. It really shouldn't matter what I look like. Hello, Doretha. Right? So, but old me would definitely be concerned about any kind of validation or lack of validation, or worse, criticism that I might get for coming on here. Right? So I love what she said about Valentine's Day. I think that should be every day. I talk about it often. It's why I take the time to like grind the beans with the cardamom and the cloves, because it's not just that makes my kitchen smell good or it tastes good in the morning. Drinking it now. And by the way, for anybody who doesn't, it's water, food, and then coffee. All of my ladies, when you drink coffee first, when it's the first thing that touches your lips, it spikes your cortisol, and it makes it harder to, you could be doing everything right in the world, and it's harder to feel healthy. Spiked cortisol makes it harder to lose weight if you're doing that for health reasons. Please don't do it. Please don't do it for any other reasons. But because it doesn't matter what the size on the dress is. But if you're doing it for health reasons, but also when we feel tired and sluggish all day. We drink coffee so we won't feel tired, but it's water, then food, then coffee. So my coffee is always like mid-afternoon. But I'm bothering to grind the cardamom and the cinnamon sticks and the cloves in there because the antioxidants are really good for longevity, for health, for everything. You know, I'm putting collagen in my coffee. I'm putting lion's mane in my coffee, and I'm making that all the night before because I care about the quality of my life when I'm 70 and 80. I care now. And not waiting for somebody else to care how it looks when you're 70 or 80. It's little things, but do those little things every day. Lay out your clothes. Yeah. Water, food, then coffee. Coffee spikes your cortisol, which isn't good for anyone, but it's especially reactionary for my ladies. It spikes your stress hormones, which then has bad effects on us all day. Okay. So I have all the cards laid out for Pisces, and we're going to clarify, and we're going to take an oracle card, and then I'm going to sit here with my stringy hair and pull cards for probably about an hour. So make sure you stay along for the ride. I'm definitely taking a note of who's here right now, so I will not skip you later when I'm pulling cards. And I always go in a row. There's never need for a panic. And it's my channel. It's not going to get that crazy that I won't be able to get to everybody if I'm doing an hour. Okay, so what's interesting is for Pisces, we have a gorgeous Ace of Pentacles. I'm using Colette Baron Reed, The Good Tarot. And we have this gorgeous Ace of Pentacles that you're coming out of. And so the Ace of Pentacles as an energy that you're coming out of, it feels like there might be a new project that you were offered. It feels like there's something new that not only interests you, because it's important for Pisces that it interests you. It's important for Pisces that it speak to that creative part, that visionary, because Pisces energy has such, and this is also any placements that you have in the 12th house, this is really going to probably resonate for you. But you know, Pisces has, you know, some people will call it dreamer energy, but okay, that's not bad. But it's visionary. I have never looked at his chart, But I mean, if we think about Walt Disney, no matter what you think of Disney World now and the capitalism that it encapsulates, if we think about Walt Disney, the man, and him wanting to make this like fantasy world for both kids and grown-ups, to have his cartoons and the joy, he was really all about inner child healing, and that is Pisces energy, no matter how it shows up in your chart. If you've never watched Saving Mr. Banks, go watch that. He like forced the in a lovely way, but he kind of forces the author of the Mary Poppins books to do some inner child healing, and that's what that movie is all about. He understood it. He was a very spiritual being, and you cannot convince me otherwise. And that is Pisces energy. But he was a true visionary. He was a true visionary, and so what's lovely about an Ace of Pentacles for Pisces, it's being able to take that visionary poet's heart, and make stability of it. There's a new opportunity here. What's happening on the other side is, while I'm not sure what's going on, and I saw my friend Lana in the last one. I don't know if she's here. Your name shows up like in the comments afterwards, but it's not showing up in my live chat. So if Lana is here, Lana's Enchanted Sky. My friend is amazing. She's an incredible medium. And if you're not following Lana's Enchanted Sky, please do so. I think we're having a glitch where she's like, I was on your live and I can't see it in the comments. So I'm just going to assume she's here because I feel her around. She's got that kind of a powerful presence. But she has Pisces energy too. And as soon as I saw the Six of Wands in reverse for other, if the other's energy has been soaking, marinating in miscommunication, and when I say marinating in miscommunication, a lot of times how someone perceives us or perceives our actions, our words, leads to a vengeance that never needed to exist. I feel like I'm talking in circles, but I feel like the people who are supposed to understand this will understand it. I feel a lot of misunderstanding. I feel like that's the energy it's coming out of. In other words, like what you did, they decided to perceive different than how you meant it, Pisces. Or anyone who is here and feeling called to listen. It feels like we may have two energies here. I'm not going to lie. The energy that's moving out, it feels like they were determined to misunderstand you. And there are people in this life who will be determined to misunderstand you because it fits their narrative better. I'm just going to say it. Pisces and Pisces energy, and people who have, I don't have a ton of it, but where I have it, it's strong. If you have that empathetic understanding, you can often excuse people for what they do because you will go out of your way to understand it, because you understand how big the world is. You understand that you don't live in a microcosm and that other people are navigating their own traumas, their own coping mechanisms. You make room for people in an extraordinary way, and often when you shouldn't. Often when instead maybe there should be boundaries. And so Pisces energy can often attract in people who are very comfortable in their victim mode. Sorry. You feel healing, you feel understanding, and that's beautiful. But what you also may feel like to these people is that you'll tolerate and help them validate their own excuses. Not all the time, not all the people in your life. It's so funny. I just said Lana's name and then she tried calling me. Beetlejuice. So when we are beautiful humans that are able to make room for others, when we are beautiful humans that are able to sit and listen and understand and say, well, I can validate that that was your experience and that's why you see things the way that you see. That is an incredibly useful, helpful person on this planet. It becomes problematic when people are using you for the best of who you are. And I know that everybody's like, oh, yep, I've been there. We have the devil in reverse as the alchemic reaction. So you have new stability coming in. You are concentrating on new things. And I think also that also triggered whoever this person is. I think we're dealing with a second person walking into how things are now and how things will be. We have that Six of Wands in reverse. So they are not victorious. Whatever they've tried, good things are coming into you because that's the karma you created, quite frankly. And I think I almost never say that, but I feel it so deeply here. And we have, this is the devil card, the bite of the forbidden apple. It's temptation in this deck, and it's in reverse. So when I see the devil in reverse, it's people letting go of their self-sabotaging habits. Now, whether this person is letting go of their self-sabotaging habits, the alchemy in between you is that it's caused you to let go. I think that this person probably provoked way stronger boundaries than possibly you were used to having with how others treat you. And I want my Pisces and my Pisces energy people in my 12th house. If you've got North Node in Pisces, Venus in Pisces, or any of that in the 12th house, I want you to truly understand that who you are, you don't have to be tough and horrible and rough and mean and but boundaries will still let the people that won't use you for all of that beauty of who you are deep down in your soul, boundaries will be the filter that will just make sure that the people who won't use you have proximity to you. I think Pisces spends too much energy looking at where they went wrong, where they didn't have boundaries, where other people have told them that they were too emotional. And so they say, who am I to not let this person in or to give them a chance? Because I needed somebody to give me a chance when I was feeling, no. You can create healthy boundaries. That will still, boundaries don't keep everyone out. Walls keep everyone out. Boundaries, it's like having a bouncer at the door of your life, right? And the bouncer has to check, who is this person? What's their, if you have boundaries, it's going to do is keep out the people who shouldn't have proximity to you. It doesn't mean you're being cold or unfeeling or not being empathetic. I hope you heard that. Like, having boundaries is not the same as being unkind or unfeeling or closed off. And also having boundaries for anyone that's looking up to you, anyone that's looking to you, you're leading by example. It feels like this other energy, your boundaries went up, and the minute your boundaries went up, while your good karma was already in play, it brought an opportunity. You have 2 aces on here. The energy that's available to you now, right now, Pisces, and we're going to clarify. I don't usually clarify the energy you're leaving from because that's, as Pumbaa says, your past is in your behind, right? So, like, we're not looking at that. We've explored it to understand why you're here today, but we're not going to clarify it a whole lot. We have the Ace of Cups. Gorgeous little seahorse. Now, the Ace of Cups is an I love you. It's an apology. It's also from universe. Hi, April. When there, if somebody could go on the other video, hi Adva, if somebody wouldn't mind just going on the other video and let them know I started a new video after the fire alarm went off, everyone's okay, and there's a new video going. I would so appreciate that. There'll be comments. The video is like literally 2 seconds long. That Ace of Cups, that Ace of Water is from universe. It feels like, I want to say it feels like, hi Moanne, it feels like validation. It feels like, but that you can see, grab, taste, that you're not dependent on somebody else for. It's confirmation that it's okay to love the way that you love, which is big. But there is something good. There is something good coming. And I feel like hi Lindsay, I feel like my reading for Pisces the last couple of weeks have shown like big things moving. So I expected big things in this reading, and we're getting it. There's also a Page of Wands on others' energy and what's available to you now. And this is because we're looking at the first 3 months. This will probably be what's available to you from now through the end of February. Your reading had to have gotten stalled, even more so today, for a reason. The Page of Wands is going to, and it's really interesting because I almost feel a little closed off or a little jealousy. The Page of Wands says somebody has to start all over. I'm going to tell you, Pisces, that I feel that in this other energy where somebody feels like they have to start all over or they're starting new. And, you know, while I was meditating, I really took time to pick the decks that I would use for you guys. And as if you know, you know, there's a lot of decks to choose from. I chose this deck, and it's the only one that has a Page of Wands. Hi, Jolie. I hope I said that right. Joelle? Okay. I want to show you that card again. She is a little annoyed. She's a little resentful. She's a little closed off. This feels like I'm getting ringing in my ears. This feels like the other's energy has jealous of you. I feel like you're being shown favor, or favor is going to come in from universe, your likability. I don't know that you feel like you have proximity or accessibility to it, but it's there. There's lots of movement coming. Hi, Ollie. I do feel like something is going right on your end, and it's creating where I felt misunderstanding before. I honestly will not look at all the cards till I get there. I will not spend a lot of energy in them until I want to pick them up and really feel around them. And I felt misunderstanding, but somebody who is purposely misunderstanding you because they would rather sit in that energy of victim, of how another friendship is doing them wrong, how it's not somebody who really wants to be extremely accountable. They want the environmental and external circumstances to be the reason for their woe, and are possibly not interested in how they can change that. And that doesn't mean they're a terrible person. That could mean like they never have boundaries, and then what we allow will continue, kind of thing. But they don't even want to look on how they can change anything about themselves, or how they conduct themselves, how they navigate anything, their coping mechanisms. Do I want new? They're not looking at any of that. They're honestly this is the kind of person possibly that feels like they love you and they want to be near you and they want proximity to your energy, but they're also a little resentful at the same time. Like, why are you getting everything? Like, somehow your success makes them feel bad. Listen, people who love you will cheer your success. People who truly love you, not just say that they love you, will cheer your success and you can cheer theirs. There's not a limited amount, and that's what I'm getting from this person. This person possibly has a mindset or a belief system that there's like a limited amount of popularity. There's, if you do what they do, why are you getting all the acknowledgement for it and they're not? I hate to say it, but I'm even for just a handful of you, I'm getting an energy where they feel like in their small-minded perception, you don't deserve it. I don't think that you don't deserve it. I think you do deserve it. We started off saying that like karma has brought the good things in that I see on your side here. But I feel like in their mind, instead of looking at what they could do different, they're even like, you stumbled into it. They can't acknowledge your hard work. They can't acknowledge the things that you've done. They can't acknowledge your natural aptitude and your natural gifts. I mean, is she beautiful? For sure. Is she all kinds of closed off and looking over her shoulder in resentment? And the funny thing is this person has as much favor as you do. It's just that they choose to be in that frame because we see the crown of candles. Also, I feel like this person may be somebody who had either had parents or an environment that expected something out of them. I want to say this person has pretty girl syndrome or pretty boy syndrome. In other words, when they were younger, because I think this depicts a younger person or a younger mentality. When they were younger, they may have had a lot of things handed to them because they were cute, because they were handsome, because they were beautiful. And as that starts to be less what people are looking at because we're getting older, but also the less the world is looking at that. The world is changing. And while that used to be all that was required, it's not anymore. If this is a relationship, so much is coming in. I knew this was going to happen because this Pisces reading like took a village to get together, and a smoke alarm and my stringy ass hair to get done. So much is coming in. And when I set, I'm going to show you guys. This is what they look like normally. They just smoke a little bit and they keep going. This whole entire thing in one foul swoop just went up. It hollowed it out. It was huge flames before it was smoke, and just went all over my computer. When I asked to clear energy that was attached to you, because I felt energy attached to you, I felt energy leeching off of you, trying to evoke guilt in you, trying to evoke wanting what you have through osmosis, through proximity, and also resentment. And now the cards, like I knew this would be no small reading. If this is a relationship, your person may have thought themselves to be, if we're back in high school, which is a very immature mindset to have. But if we're all back in high school, they may have thought themselves to be at a more popular view of attractive. Like, they feel like you're lucky to have them because they're looking at it through whether it's their friendship, but I feel like this is also in relationship. As their looks are not enough to carry them, it's like they feel like you shouldn't ask. Like, your boundaries that you're making are annoying them because they feel like you should just feel lucky because you have them. You should just feel like you don't make any complaints, you don't make any demands. This is a very odd, and for some of you, this is a different thing, and you may have jumped from the fire into the pan, but I think you're aware. Here's the thing. They can't mess with your favor. They cannot mess with the opportunities. You have two aces here. They can't mess with all of this. We have the love and the stability, whether it's the love of others, especially if you have 12th house placements that you're in this reading for, whether it's the love of community or how other people react to you, they can't shake that. People are responding to your authenticity. I'm sure Mars on you and one of my other best friends. I have two best friends that have Mars, and Mars is affecting me. but someone very special to me has the Mars. The Mars is not, yeah, it's gonna move by the time we hit about St. Patrick's Day. So we don't 6 more weeks of Mars if Mars has been, but it's direct now, so it should be a little better. We have the 6 of air. This is moving from choppy waters to smoother waters. I'm very interested to clarify. I don't think I've ever spent this much time on the original 9 cards because this reading is so fucking deep. The alchemic expression between the 2 of you is moving on. All right, let's look at this 3rd row. This is where you have the 2 of Pentacles in reverse, having a hard time feeling balance. We have another page in between. Messages are not getting through to each other, and I feel like it's divinely blocked. Something's going to happen. Something carries over into the energy of July, and I'm not sure what it is. I don't know if this new Aquarius moon affected them deeply, but we have the sun, which is also Leo's card, in reverse, which would give me Aquarius and would also give me, there's somebody who just, I love Eeyore, right? But like somebody who just is a misery loves company kind of person, and not that we don't feel for them and not that we don't want to try to shine the light so they can forge their own path into feeling less like this. Let's clarify. You know, I said this new Aquarius moon wants you to move out of things. And whatever you're not willing to voluntarily move out of, it might move things out for you. And I know that feels hard. Some of you, this is family. Some of this is a relationship. Some of this is friend. But you're doing so well, Pisces. You're doing so well, and I want to see you keep that. Okay, we're going to clarify with these. Using all the pretty, pretty cards for Pisces. We may be even done. There's only 18 people in the room, but so we may even be done before an hour for the free card pulls. All right, let's clarify this Ace of Water for Pisces. Beautiful Ace of Cups. There's 1, 2, and can we get a 3rd clarifier? Listen, listen, listen. What did I just say Friday night about something might come in for Pisces and you might be a little sus? Like, this seems too good to be true. Don't do that. We have the Queen of Wands and the High Priestess in reverse when this, like, gesture from universe to make you feel loved or validated. Absolutely. And I will see you soon. This is something you manifested. This is something you manifested. This card reminds me of my mom when she went through her duck and goose and mauve and dusty blue country home whole phase in her life. But she would have loved this card. But this is the Magician. This is truly growing, birthing something out of your own want, desire. And Pisces energy is powerful. 12th house energy is powerful. It is a direct line to universe. But you have this Queen of Wands. There's a lack of confidence both in your ability to trust yourself and just in your own creativity. But this is something that you wanted. This is something that you manifested. I think that when I am feeling this person and cleansing and the whole fire alarm thing that happened, is that you somehow feel some guilt from leaving behind this person in your rise, in your in your ability to be loved by the collective, by your ability to be seen, by these new opportunities. You might feel like to fully step in it, you have to leave someone or something behind, but everyone is welcome to follow your lead. You're never, ever, 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 ever leaving anyone behind. I feel like that message is so important for Pisces. Everyone is welcome to their own best life. You living yours is never blocking somebody from theirs. That is not how universe works. When I talked about the limited belief, like there's only so much popularity, there's only so much, you know, because this is somebody who probably has more of a capitalism mindset to where, like, you know, that market is saturated, this market is saturated. Listen, it's not like there's 12 donuts, this person has 9 donuts, and now there's only 3 left for me. Universe will keep making the fucking donuts. You don't ever have to leave anyone behind to live your best life. Everyone is welcome to do everything they need to do to lead their best life. There is enough abundance for everyone. There really fucking is. Let's clarify the Chariot and the Lovers showing themselves. This is somebody that at some point, I promise you, you felt like they're supposed to be with me on all of my journey. As we change, so will the people that we feel attached to. As people change, that will also change. There is more donuts for everyone. That is right, Juan. I still have to send you the video. I always shuffle and say if it wants to come out, it'll come out. On their side, the Lovers, they feel an attachment to you. Because it's on this resentful card that it's on. Yeah. Look at that. Look at this. Look at this. All right, so we have this pissed off, resentful, closed off. That's not enough. This is not enough favor for me. Why do you have so much over on your side? And we have trying to look over their shoulder and avoid a tower moment that they probably need to have that'll move them through something. Their focus is the 9 of Pentacles. This is confidence. You have the Queen of Wands in reverse and they have the 9 of Pentacles. They're a little, sometimes can be a little cocky about what they deserve or what they feel entitled to. And they also feel like you're supposed to help them get all of this. I love this Lovers card. It looks very different. And I feel like they are, you're the bird. You're the odd duck. And they feel like just supplying their company is all that the price that should be paid for you to then bring them to the better place in their life. Sometimes people attach themselves to you because they feel like food tastes better and laughter is brighter, and the quiet moments with no pomp and circumstances just feel yummy, right? When I'm with this person. And some people feel like this person is the person that's going to change my whole life, because when we're together, everything else is going to come through. That is an unhealthy attachment, and that is what I feel from this person. They somehow feel that you are obliged to bring them, carry them to this better place. This is somebody asking you to do their emotional labor, their life labor, their healing work, all of it. If I'm being honest. I don't know that I've ever been so happy to see the Six of Swords as the indicator of a moving away from each other. They're going to hold resentment. They're going to say bad things about you, and you're going to have to trust that when those things that are being said fall onto others' ears, those people will either know you or not know you, and other people's opinions of you are none of your fucking business. It's the only way to live in liberation of the reflection of yourself in others holding you back from this solid, good self-esteem that'll allow you to heal. And it also will feed fear if you're worried about what others will say. Let them talk. They're going to talk shit. This person is going to talk mad shit. Let them. Because the people that want to listen and are also determined to misunderstand you, that's the filter. Those are the boundaries. That is how you are filtering people out. And that is how you are moving into 2023. Pisces, I know this might not feel like a glamorous, love-filled. It is. It's love for you. It is respecting you first. I fucking love this reading for Pisces, because this says, no ma'am, no we are not. This is not, we are not moving in. You are not. And Pisces, of all the signs, I love this for you. You are not, and 12th house energy, and anyone who feels called and that this resonates, you are not moving into 2023 letting other people's desire of proximity to you, letting other people's resentment of what they can and can't have based on what you do and don't do. None of that. We are not taking that in with us for 2023. And here's the thing. If you're like, I don't have it within me, I can't just be an asshole to someone, I can't watch somebody drown, that's fine. You don't have to let them drown. But at what point are they surrounded by life preservers and saying, well, only if they save me am I saved? It's the old joke about a man drowned and he went up to God and asked him why. A man is drowning and somebody throws him a life preserver and he says, it's okay, God will save me. And then a Coast Guard boat comes along and tries to help him, and he says, it's okay, God will save me. And then a helicopter sends him down a ladder and he goes, it's okay, God will save me. And then he gets up and he says, God, why'd you let me drown? And he goes, dummy, I sent you a life preserver, a Coast Guard, and a fucking helicopter. Right? Like, in what part in your life do you play the role of somebody who's determined to avoid all help and unless you are responsible for everything good and everything bad that happens in their life? When somebody is saying, I'm drowning, how can you watch me drown and walk away? You used to care. You used to love me. Look around. Have you thrown them a million lifesavers already? And they are just life preservers, lifesavers, whichever. And they are just determined, like, no, it has to be you. Listen, You are not walking into 223 with that, 2023, with that energy of accepting the blame for where other people are. Grown adults. We're not talking about kids. We're not talking about adults with dementia or special needs individuals. You cannot let somebody guilt you because if that's where they are in their life for you not moving forward. And this thing that's coming, it's here. You have to walk into it. You manifested it. You manifested this for sure. But then as soon as it comes, you are feeling guilt and self-doubt, quite frankly. You 12th house people and Pisces people cannot tell me that you are not a person that other people go to for advice and stuff all the fucking time. But then you don't trust yourself. Make that make sense. Trust yourself. Okay, we are clarifying that 2 of Pentacles in reverse and the Sun in reverse. We need one more. One more. Okay. Wow. That was not subtle. Okay, I'm going to do theirs first. Now, the Sun's on the table. Hi, Pisces 22. The Sun is on the table. So it means it's available for them to get their shit together and find a little happiness. Because I feel like you keep putting torches and lights all along their path. And they just want you to carry them instead. Does that make any sense? Okay. So we have the Sun in reverse. That is my very strong sign for this person is going to suffer a little bit of an ego death. And I have had ego deaths. And all of us have had ego deaths. It does not make someone a raging a-hole to need an ego death. We just all need one once in a while. This person definitely isn't. I'm so happy to see this. They are going to need a little ego death. Because that cocky ass energy is not serving them anymore. Because they're not the best thing ever in the cafeteria. I hate to keep saying that, but they keep showing me like that person, like king of the cafeteria. Okay. Well, that doesn't, this is real life now. And the life that we are living is in a world that is changing and becoming more awake. And people are looking for authenticity, not superficiality. So your king of the cafeteria thing is not, right? It doesn't work anymore. They're going to suffer a big ego death because that emperor, this is not a small emperor. This is a big emperor, and he's suffering an ego death. We have truth coming. A truth that they've either been hiding from themselves or they're going to learn about someone else. There is definitely another energy on their side that's whispering in their ear, telling them, well, you deserve this, and they should already give you that, and telling them what they're entitled to. I don't know who this person is attached to, but they're going to get a hard truth. They're going to get a hard ego death, but we have healing. We have healing, and you have already led by example. So you don't have to take credit for their healing, and we can give them credit for their healing, but I'm going to say this to everyone, and I might make this like a minute clip. So let me do this correctly and then put it everywhere. Because somebody else starts to heal and shows the signs of healing. Let them sit in it a while. Don't jump on, oh, this person's healed, everything's better. I can go back into this relationship with them. I can go back into this partnership, this friendship, this whatever the dynamic is. Don't because healing goes 1 step forward, 2 steps back, 3 steps forward, 1 step back. Let them sit in the healing for a while, because when healing starts, we all know, because we've done it, right? There's more to come in. Do not distract them from the work that they have to do. The beautiful beginning that they are taking, the steps forward, the healing, that is wonderful. You can provide an environmental vibe of encouraging it. Do not, with all best intention, end up enabling the other healing they have to do. Let them sit and watch. Watch people and believe them when they show you who they are. And don't take a flash moments of health as an indicator of the rest of the journey together. So important for Pisces to hear. Over here on your feeling a little out of balance, I am a big fan of feeling out of balance, because when you're feeling out of balance and things are uncomfortable, it's because you're about to get a big change. Things are about to shift. Things are about to move. We do not change when we are comfortable. Hi, Stella. We do not change when we are comfortable. Complacency does not breed transformation. Complacency does not breed transformation. I said what I said. I like the 2 of Pentacles in reverse. It means you're uncomfortable, things are changing. That is part of transformation for you to move into your best life. But what do we have here? We have more. We had the Ace of Cups, the Ace of Pentacles, and now the Wheel of Fortune in the upright. We have Temperance. This is the moderation. If anything says boundaries, and this is the card for Sagittarius, who needs boundaries as much as I have a friend whom I love very much that has Pisces energy and Sagittarius energy strong. And I always say, you need boundaries, because neither Sag or Pisces is great. They want to give everybody the chance. They want to be everybody's cheerleader. This is finding moderation and growing boundaries so that you can be the beautiful human being. You can be the kind, lovely, empathetic, caring cheerleader, lovely fucking Pisces, poetic, beautiful, beautiful Pisces energy. But you have boundaries. You know how I know? Because that's what this is. That umbrella is the same thing as boundaries. These decks were chosen for a reason. I just didn't know I was choosing them. And then we have Fool energy. If you listened to, this is what you're stepping into in like March, April time. If you listen to Meredith, she talked about the end of February, there is going to be Jupiter and Neptune energy. That's money. And we see money coming in. We see money coming in on your side, Pisces. We see opportunity. You just have to walk into it and not feel like, well, I'll feel bad because that other person can't join me. Or it makes this other person feel bad. Or my success makes them feel less than. That's a them problem. Don't let this get out, but I'm a pretty nice person and I still know that that's a them problem. If somebody can't cheer you on or help facilitate or be happy for your success, that's a them problem. We do not retreat. We don't water ourselves down for others. That is opportunity. That is opportunity that's full energy. That also could be falling in love. I feel like falling in love. I'm in the mood to fuck something up. I want you to be there by the time that March and April hits, Pisces. Please be in the mood to fuck something up. Let's pull an oracle card for you, and then I'm going to do free card pulls. And there's only 19 people in the room, so you'll all get a question answered. So we're going to be in a really calm, lovely energy, because that helps the universal conduit and everything else. Panicked energy when I'm pulling cards isn't really great for everyone. I should have separated those first. Let's get an oracle card. What do we want an oracle card about? I don't choose the oracle cards till the reading is over. I want to know what Pisces needs to hear. What part of you, what part of your chart do you need to lean into and call on strength for when we are abolishing guilt and manipulation tactics by others to make us feel bad for any kind of happiness we have? Because there's a difference between having somebody that you can vent to that understands you and doesn't judge you, and somebody that loves it when you vent to them because they can also stay in that low vibration all the time. We're supposed to purge, better out than in. We're supposed to feel all our feelings, but we're not supposed to live in a place where we're like, yeah, everything sucks all the time. Fuck my life all the time. You're getting a unicorn card. That's what you are getting today, Pisces. I don't often use my unicorn cards for Pisces, but it's happening today because we're in the mood to fuck something up. You're getting a unicorn card. I'm kind of excited about it. And then we will pull cards. Okay. And if you're just here now, I mentioned before my friend Lana's Enchanted Sky. And she's great. Follow her. And if you don't know, now you know. Connie Jo and I also do dual sessions, and that's on both my website, which is susieevolutionary.com, and her website, Connie Jo Skywalker. I have to get reviews up for the people that have had readings with both of us. Very interesting because our guides seem to like each other a whole lot. She'll see something and I can feel it around. She'll be like, this is what I see. I'm not sure why I see it. And then I can feel around it. And then the third person, which is the person we're reading for, confirms. It's crazy energy. It's very interesting because we have different gifts. So when we work together, it's all of the gifts. It's very interesting. That's all I'll say. Okay, so we got 3 unicorn cards. Bad words commence. They broke your heart, fuck them. If that is somebody who disappointed you, who abused your trust, abused your loyalty, I know it's hard to say, but they're going to have to really, really prove themselves, and 2 seconds of healing work does not qualify. Shame, regret, and guilt. Those are just bullshit. Bullshit. Now listen. I just kept saying that, like, I could feel guilt. That is why I ended up almost burning my house down, because I could feel somebody attaching their energy and trying to make you feel guilt. Let that shit go. Shame, regret, and guilt. Those are just bullshit. And this is so perfect. You are talented and fucking amazing. The world needs your power. Use your voice. Don't just use it for dumb shit. These are, of course, are done with sarcasm, but you are talented and amazing. That is why you're getting the Ace of Pentacles. That is why you're getting the Ace of Cups. That's why that 12th house energy, your people probably like you for your authenticity, and your voice is important, Pisces. Okay, regardless of religion, how you relate, whether you, right? Because like I am a fallen Catholic, I say, because I just don't. I had my own experiences, and I don't subscribe to like organized religion with a lot of rules that were meant for control. I don't really love that. But I do believe there was a dude who walked around and hung out with lepers and prostitutes and was really kind and tried to feed the hungry and didn't judge anyone. That kind of Christ consciousness, where love is the religion and love is in the trees and in the people and in our deeds, and we can be confident we're amazing and still have humility and not try to bring other people down to make ourselves feel more amazing. That is like the Christ consciousness. That is Pisces energy at its highest. You're the 12th sign and the sign of the fish for a fucking reason. I completely believe that there was an incredible human being that loved everyone without judgment and did not threaten eternal damnation upon sinning, because he understood that sin was, that's what I believe. I believe that was a person, and I believe that that love is there's a one love consciousness, and that's available to all of us through universe. Quantum physics tells us we're all connected, and molecular energy is science. And so you Pisces, you 12th house energy people, you people with Pisces North Nodes energy, you are all so full of that loving energy, and that is the leading. That is what leads you. And that's incredible. And your voice matters because of that. And it's so often that I find that the most beautiful people who work without judgment and who love unconditionally, you can love unconditionally and still have boundaries, by the way, tend to let their voices be watered down because they understand the bigness of the world, and they feel like, oh, my voice can't matter. There are other people who will say it better, but you're saying it from the heart. Your voice matters, and you are talented, and you are fucking amazing. All right, that is Pisces, and then I will cut this off as a reading, and right now we're going to do free card pulls, and now there's only 14 people, so I'm gonna put these away. I'm gonna take this out, and I do have my little purple candle going for my Pisces. All right, guys, so hi, Nikki, happy birthday. Hi,